Hello, my name is Sarana Maganda. I'm a health worker with a background of midwifery. I'm a pediatric nurse specialist. I'm a health tutor. Today's topic is breastfeeding. When we talk of breastfeeding, fathers become eager to listen. It has been observed that some fathers tend to take on the baby's role to breastfeed. This is not the case, and this is not what we are going to talk about. We are now going to talk about breastfeeding the baby, but not the father. These fathers who have been doing this practice, please do not do it, because we are competing for the feeds with your own baby, and hence you'll bring about malnutrition to your newborn baby. However, you can do it when the baby has stopped breastfeeding. It has no problem, for it has chances of reducing cancer, as research has found out. Those men who have been doing it, you can go ahead and do it for as long as your baby has totally stopped breastfeeding, because it has been, research has found out that there's a benefit of continuously breastfeeding, which reduces the chances of acquiring cancer, that is breast cancer. Now men are happy. Before we go any further, I still remind you to subscribe to our YouTube channel. The channel is Health Touch, and let me give you a reminder of how to subscribe. This is how we subscribe. As you go to YouTube, you log in, you sign in, you go to the search engine, that's YouTube, you write Health Touch, and it will come as you see it here. Click onto subscribe, which is in red, and then after subscribing, you click also onto the bell icon, which will give you alert messages whenever we send you a video on this channel. Subscribe, and also share with your friends. Then now back to the topic.
The benefits of breastfeeding.
Breastfeeding is very important. First, let us begin with the baby. The baby is expected to breastfeed, as we said, exclusively for 4 to 6 months, as we said earlier in one of our talks. These are the benefits of the baby breastfeeding from the mother. The baby breastfeeds and gets breast milk that is suitable for the baby's gut, call it intestine, which the baby can easily digest. Anything outside that, the baby is not in a position to digest, because the intestine of the baby has been designed for only human breast milk. On that note, we discourage those who bring in artificial feeds that they cannot produce enough breast milk right from birth. However, we said that the baby is expected to benefit from that little breast milk, which you think is water, from birth to the 3 days of life. It is also breast milk, and it is enough for the baby's stomach capacity. Because the baby's stomach capacity is still small, then this milk that produces, the little milk you think will not be enough for this baby within the 3 days of birth, it is actually enough for this baby. So eventually the breast milk increases in amount from the 3rd day, and the baby may not even finish it up for the consecutive days of breastfeeding. So we urge you mothers to continue breastfeeding exclusively, because this is the only baby milk that has been designed for the baby's gut. That will help the baby to grow as expected. More still, from breast milk, we have seen that it is the only digestible milk for this baby's gut. From the breast milk, we have call them immunoglobulins. This is defense against the disease that the mother produces through the breast milk. So the baby is able to be prevented from infections because of what is acquired in breast milk, what we call them the soldiers that are stored within the breast milk that a baby acquires. Still, we shall prevent this baby from acquiring those infections. Still, when a baby breastfeeds, we expect this baby to be bonded to the mother. Because the baby feeds from the mother, it will always know that this is where the source of food is. And so the bonding will come to the baby from the mother to the baby, because anything to eat will refer to the mother. Still, from breastfeeding, the baby is expected to be prevented from those diarrhea diseases that may be acquired by artificial feeds or by giving artificial feeds, because we imagine breast milk is not as contaminated as artificial feeds. It is actually very clean because it is direct from the mother to the baby, from the mother's breast to the baby. However, for those who have other feeding utensils, just in case you have to give artificial feeds, this milk you give may be contaminated, and hence the baby will suffer from diarrhea or any diarrhea diseases. Yes. If you may decide to give the breast milk, artificial feeds other than breast milk, the challenge is you do not know the source of this milk, you don't know the cleanliness of the utensils where this milk was put during the milking process. You may also contaminate it when you take it home. You don't know the dilutions of this milk which you are giving to this baby, because many of them have diluted it for commercial basis, for commercial reasons, because they have to increase the quantity without regarding or putting into consideration of the quality. And on the other hand, we know that breast milk has a different composition from the cow's milk. Please, the baby will benefit from the breastfeeding because there will be no contamination from breast milk if it feeds directly from the mother's breast. Yet a baby, another importance of breastfeeding to the baby is that this baby acquires or takes in the breast milk at the very right temperature. The mother's temperature is the same temperature at which the breast milk is kept. So at times, if you decide to give artificial feeds, you may find that whatever you give is not at the rightful temperature as the breast milk. So the baby may not grow to the expected standards because either could have taken cool or very cold artificial feed. From breastfeeding, the baby also has to benefit that the breast milk is always available. It's readily available. At whatever time the baby will want to breastfeed, the breast milk will be available. Other than that, artificial feed, it will take you time to prepare it. If it is hot, you have to cool it. If it is cool, you have to warm it. So it may not be, by the time the baby is crying to feed, then you'll be wasting time, and then you'll be stressed, and eventually will go to sleep without feeding, which will cause a setback in the growth and development of this baby. So that is also very important, a benefit from breastfeeding to the baby. It is whenever it wants to feed, it will always be there.
Breastfed babies are better able to contribute to family life as they grow up smarter and stronger.
As the baby benefits from breastfeeding, so does the mother also benefit. And how does this mother benefit from breastfeeding? this is how she does it. This is how she benefits from it. So when the mother breastfeeds immediately after birth, this will help her control bleeding. Where is the bleeding? So every mother who gives birth, whether by cesarean section or by normal delivery, she's expected to bleed some amount of blood. So however, this continues for some 2 good weeks, and to control the amount of blood that comes out of her not to be excessive, she's expected to breastfeed. There is some hormone that does double work. It is important in production of breast milk, at the same time in the controlling of bleeding, that is oxytocin. So this mother will have bleeding controlled as she breastfeeds from the baby. That's why some mothers, as they breastfeed, they feel some colic abdominal pain. So the uterus is trying to contract because of that very hormone that is both responsible for ejecting breast milk from its production cells, and it is the very hormone that is also controlling those blood vessels that are very open in the uterus to control the bleeding. So we have seen the importance of controlling bleeding. Another importance from breastfeeding is, that is to the mother, is it helps her as a natural family planning method. So as the mother breastfeeds exclusively and regularly, she's expected not to resume her menses or her periods until we get worried from 6 months on. So if she controls or she does breastfeeding regularly, then family planning will have been acquired until she's not sure she can do it regularly.
Mothers who breastfeed are less likely to develop anemia or to become pregnant soon after the baby's birth. They are also less likely to develop breast cancer or to have hip fractures in older age. Additionally, breastfeeding helps the mother lose fat gained during the pregnancy. This will lessen the likelihood of obesity in later life.
Important to the family of this baby who is newly born. How does it benefit the family? When a mother breastfeeds, she will reduce onto the expenses of having a substitute, which could be an artificial feed that the baby would go in for. However, if the breast milk is readily there available, which is not bought, she manufactures it by eating well, so it will not be expensive for the family. And so the money that will be used for these other feeds other than breast milk, that's artificial feeds, if it was replacement feeding, then this mother will save it for other purposes of the home, either for investment or buying other essential needs of the family. Then another importance of breastfeeding to the family is that this baby will not fall sick because of artificial feeds. And how will this benefit the family? No money will be spent onto the baby because of diseases acquired by artificial feeding due to contamination.
In 2011, the World Health Organization and UNICEF recommended that all mothers worldwide should initiate breastfeeding within the first hour of birth.
Importance will it be to the family is that because this baby will be breastfeeding, there will be no acquisition of diarrheal diseases as a result of artificial feeding. And so the family will not spend any money on treatment of these diseases, which are likely to be acquired by the baby due to artificial feeds. So to the family, breastfeeding also brings in the active participation of the members. They learn how to be supportive, because how do they become supportive? When a baby cries and mother probably is at a distance from this crying baby, then they will alert the mother that a baby is due for breastfeeding. This shows a sign of responsibility and teamwork in the family. So a benefit to the family. They learn to work together because of breastfeeding.
Breastfeeding is one of the best experiences in life when it goes well.
I'm so happy to think that I'm giving my baby the best start in life.
It's what everybody's doing. It's natural, it's easy once you know how, and it feels good.
I love breastfeeding because it makes me feel very close to my baby.
I see him grow, and I think to myself, my wife is making him grow. It's amazing.
On the other hand, breastfeeding is very important to the nation. When you consider all the mothers in the nation who are breastfeeding, if they did it appropriately, that is exclusively for 6 months, probably minimally of 4 months, this would benefit the nation in that the nation would not spend any money if these children who are breastfeeding are healthy. However, if they do not breastfeed, they would acquire diseases from maybe artificial feeds due to contamination, and hence cause expenditure to the nation for the medication fees or medication services in terms of medicines, in terms of admission. And on the other hand, it can also lead to reduction in the infant and child mortality. Probably the under 5 mortality can go down when mothers breastfeed their babies appropriately for 6 months of age. This nation that has breastfeeding mothers who are doing it appropriately also is benefiting in such a way that as these children grow up healthy because of breastfeeding, they will lead into a health nation which is able to produce a productive manpower and improve the economy of the nation, because they'll be healthy to work hard and benefit the nation in productivity. Hence, the economy of the country goes high. The nation also benefits if these mothers breastfeed exclusively and not only exclusively, but if these mothers breastfeed, how does the nation benefit? So, as we hinted back with prevention of unwanted pregnancies as a natural method of family planning, so the nation will grow at a population that it can manage. So this controlled population also helps in development of the nation, both economically, socially. Not only those who die below 1 year will affect the nation, but even those who fall sick below 1 year or below 5 years will affect the nation. Breastfeeding is also important to the nation, that it reduces the morbidity rate, that is the rate at which these children below 5 years or below 1 year. Some babies, as we said earlier, if they don't breastfeed, they will acquire diseases from artificial feeding due to contamination. They will fail to thrive because of what they are fed on, and others acquire diseases due to artificial feeds. Let's call them deficiencies. Some babies become malnourished in the case that they will become small for age, while others become malnourished in the view that they will become too big or too fat or way heavier than expected for the age. We usually tend to think that malnutrition is on the lower side, but it is only on the other bigger side, which is overnutrition. It's not only undernutrition. As I conclude, I give much emphasis to the fathers and to the family members to please encourage these mothers to breastfeed in reference to the importance that we have given in this talk.
These benefits of breastfeeding and the risks of not breastfeeding clearly show the importance of breastfeeding for both the mother and child. It is free, nourishing, convenient, and protects the baby against illness. It is very important for mothers to know that it is her body that made her baby, and her breast milk is best. Your baby, your body, your milk is best.
Hello, my name is Namaganda Sarah. I am introducing to you this new channel on YouTube. This channel is called Health Touch. Within this channel, we shall be introducing to you all issues, or we shall be discussing issues concerning health, your health at home, and we shall be able to answer all the challenges or questions as regards health issues. To the students who are pursuing courses in the medical field, it will be of great help to you in that we shall be able to answer questions that will be challenging to you in class, in the clinical areas, and in your day-to-day life. We are going to be more practical in order to bring clarity to all that challenges you in your studies as regards the medical field. It will be of help to those who are doing the nursing course, the medical students, call them, who are pursuing the bachelor's in medicine, human medicine. It shall also be of help to those other courses like the allied courses. In allied, we consider those who are doing the orthopedics, the ophthalmics, the occupational health, and also physiotherapy, to mention but a few. On the other hand, we shall also be of help, that is, we shall be able to answer questions to those mothers, to those other friends of ours at home who may not be at school, but we shall still be of help in that you'll view this channel, the videos on this channel, and you'll be able to be answered in any challenges as regards you, yourself, your baby, your child, your husband or wife. This is how you can subscribe to our channel. As you go to YouTube, you log in, you sign in, you go to the search engine, that's YouTube, you write Health Touch, and it will come as you see it here. Click onto subscribe, which is in red, and then after subscribing, you click also onto the bell icon, which will give you alert messages whenever we send you a video on this channel. Subscribe, and also share with your friends.